Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jackson here. Just going to try and sum this up as quick as I possibly can. There's a lot to go through. This is a Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 1 review. Uh, yeah, look, one thing I enjoyed the most was the clean, crisp cutting of the geographical scenes. North to south to Essos. It was really well done, very clean, and allowed us to grasp the storylines pretty well. One thing I definitely disliked was the short running time. Unable to fit in Bran or Baelish. Really, I think they probably should start doing 2 hour premieres, or at least making a longer episode. Something to also give a shout out was to that recap at the start. It was really awesome. Really set the mood. The music was cool, exhilarating, but it was grim. It let us know that they do not give happy endings in Game of Thrones. So it started off with Jon Snow on the wall. That got the most screen time, deservingly so, I think. The cliffhanger from season 5 continues to lurk. When or if Jon Snow will get resurrected, but I think it's pretty much a when now. So Davos finds his body still fresh on the floor, but I think he'll get resurrected soon, as it would be a missed opportunity to leave out Kit Harington for too long. And also his corpse is becoming quite blue, which may mean if he's not resurrected soon, he may turn into a white, which I really don't think is going to happen, but it might speed up his resurrection. It looks like Sir Davos is going to be an awesome character this season, as he bands with Jon Snow loyalists and plans to ally with the wildlings as well to stop Thorne's rebellion against the Lord Commander. I think it's going to be a civil war type thing with Castle Black, but I don't think it's going to last that long. Probably over within the first 4 episodes or something like that. It's hard to stamp a prediction on this one, but I think Melisandre will resurrect Jon Snow, and Thorne and his loyalists will be killed and probably burnt, which will eventually return unity to the Night's Watch. They'll be able to then move on with the White Walker situation. Shout out to Ned as well, who's getting a little more character development as Jon Snow's best friend, and his loyalty is put on display when he says he'll die for Jon. I think that's really awesome. The Bolton storyline picks up with Ramsay seeming to mourn the death of Miranda, but then saying that he'll feed her to the hounds, so reminding us of his black heart. Roose Bolton reminds us of his strategic brilliance, as he hints at a potential future war against the Crown, as his plan to wed Sansa to Ramsay heads south, literally, when she escapes. So, there's some theories about Ramsay killing Roose and Walder Frey so that his father can't strip him of the Bolton surname, but I think Roose is too clever for that, and also I think Ramsay is scared of his father. I instead predict the Bolton name may die out by the end of this season, with some rare justice being delivered when they go to war with some of the northern armies as seen in the trailer. I believe they'll fight under Jon or Sansa, and a Stark will rule in Winterfell once again. Speaking of Sansa, she's finally made her way to safety, thanks to Theon, an unlikely hero, also coupled with Bran and Pod. It appears that these characters will travel together, eventually to Riverrun, as seen in the trailer, potentially to find the Blackfish, and I think either take revenge for the Red Wedding, or rally an army to defeat the Boltons. I think this story will get interesting very quickly, as I'm pretty hooked. As for the fate of Theon, many predicted him to die this season, as he's already redeemed himself, doesn't have much left to do. I believe he may possibly return to the Iron Islands, and also maybe recaptured by Ramsay and burnt. Bonus fact, did you see Pod with a sword? Looks like Bran has taught him a thing or two. Next, we head south to King's Landing, and we get no surprises here. Cersei goes through a flurry of emotions as she's reunited with her daughter and then realises that she has been killed. The most interesting thing to gather from this scene is her acknowledgement of the prophecy that Maggie, the frog, told Cersei when she was a child. If you can't remember, it's from a flashback from, I think, the Season 5 premiere, or it could be Season 4. Check it out, because it's very important. In short, the prophecy predicts that Cersei's 3 children will die, and she'll be killed by a younger brother. Now, in my opinion, Cersei obviously predicts this to be Tyrion, as Tyrion is her outright younger brother, and just her hatred for Tyrion, that would really sum it up as well, apart from not killing her mother, but causing the mother's death from coming out of the womb. If she actually thought that maybe he could be the cause of her death would even stamp more hatred on him. Yeah, look, my bold prediction here is that Jaime is actually the younger brother that Cersei should be worried about. They are twins, but Cersei is the oldest one. I think she's failing to acknowledge this, definitely. I think that Tommen will die sometime in this or the next season. I think maybe this season. And Cersei will become insane. Knowing that this prophecy is happening, I think that she will force Jaime's hand on her, maybe by going insane, maybe by stabbing her in the back. That would be pretty cool. Also in the trailer, it's important to remember that the Tyrell soldiers are with Jaime, so they're probably going to fight for the release of Marjorie and Sir Loras. Dawn was just uncomfortable to watch for me this episode, so I'll cover it quickly. Although thinking back on it, those deaths probably did have to happen. With Marcella dead, Doran Martell would have killed Ilaria Martell, but because Ilaria already knew what was happening, she was one step ahead and had Doran killed, and also Trystane murdered. The only prediction I can make from this conflict is that Dawn and the Lannisters will not be friends anytime soon, or ever, for that matter. Anyway, next is Tyrion and Varys. They converse, which is what most people look forward to every week now. As it appears they're in charge of Meereen, probably for a long time, I think, as Dany returns to the Dothraki. They order her to go and mourn with other widowed wives of the Carls. Not too much development here. I still stand firm, thinking that Jorah and Daario Naharis will eventually free her with the help of Drogon. I think that the Dothraki will then follow Dany after seeing her dragon, probably across the sea into Westeros. Meanwhile, Varys is still trying to discover the leader of the Harpies. Funny theory I heard was that it could be Daario Naharis. I didn't even think about this, but after considering it, don't be too surprised. Next, Arya Stark. Boring. They continue to build up this Bravos plot when we could be seeing Bran and the Raven or the Iron Islands. We've already watched her sweep for a whole season. Don't make us watch her fight with a stick for another season. I think eventually she'll harness what she learnt from Jaqen and use it for her own calling. I think this was a plot that had so much potential. It still does, but dragging it out for too long is really not doing it any justice. I don't even know what to say about Mel's undressing. It was really gross, and I'm not really sure it means anything. Just showing us that she's really, really old. I'm not sure where they're going from that, apart from moving on from killing characters to now killing many viewer fantasies. All I could draw from this is that perhaps she has lived long enough to have encountered the last long night and has experience. I'm not really sure, honestly. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, that's what I took from the episode. Leave a like and a comment on your favourite storyline and where you think it's going. This has been Jackson. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and I'll see you all next time.